Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to add tag on your mesh with GeoTagger 1.1. Okay, open asset browser, take your correct asset. Now drag and drop on your object. Okay, or you can close this. And as you can see, the tag add on the location of your object. Why? Because you don't have camera in your scene. And what you can do is to add a camera. Add. Now fix yourself in camera. Control Alt 0 and move back. Now you can see you can, if you move your mouse, the camera view is not locked. You can lock the camera view in this part. Take the mesh. I have this. Now you can see the tag is not correctly displayed. Why? That's because okay, is you have to reset the size of the object. Okay, so we can press Control A and reset all transform. Now you have this size of the tag is correct. Okay, and as you can see, when you move in Z-axis, the tag is not correctly point in a negative Z-axis. Why? Because your origin is there. For example, if you set the origin on the center of mass, now you have this. Okay, better. Okay, now you can, I will open a new tab here for show you in the 3D view. So by default, when you add the tag, the display mode is in this panel. Okay, as you can see, the tag is visible on the scene for the default display mode. If you switch on camera, for example, the tag visible on the camera but not directly in the scene. Okay, and the size is like scene mode. Okay, scene display. Now, if you switch on screen, the tag is not on the object, is on the camera, but now if you move, the size of the tag never change. Okay, if you don't change the size here. Okay, so you can move on all the percent, you have the same size for the tag. Okay, okay, this is for display. For the demo, I will use the screen mode, and I will return on scene or show you the hook method. In this tab, you have the different hook method. Okay, by default, you can see when I rotate the with box mode, the tag slide on a bounding box of the mesh. Okay, you can see. Okay, now if I switch on point, the tag now snap on the vertex, the mesh vertex. Okay, as you can see, the tag automatically snap on the mesh vertex. Now if I switch on origin, the tag is on the origin of the mesh. Okay, but if you use scene mode, as you can see, the tag is not visible in the camera. You can switch on screen or camera. Now you have this. Okay, and now for vertex, the tag now is directly hooked on the index selected. Okay, as you can see. And what you can do for have a precise, for example, if you want to add the tag on this vertex, you can go to in edit mode, okay, and select vertex, and enable this text info, and in this panel, enable index. Now you have the number of the index, and you can fix, for example, this value. And now the tag is directly hooked on this vertex. And if you want, you can switch on screen and camera. The tag is correctly hooked on the on this vertex. Okay, and it's the same thing for age, face. Okay, for example, if I switch on face and now select face index, now you have, for example, I can select this face, and now the tag correctly display on face. Okay. Okay, this is for this hook method, hook mode. I will return on this. Now we can see the generate the different generate mode, and I will reset this value. If you want to reset fast, you can set the mouse over the value you want to reset and press return or delete, so you can reset fastly. Okay, and the clip start distance, if you use screen or camera, you can correct the clip distance. Okay, and this distance is for correct if you use the send mode. For example, when you connect with on a vertex, you can see here the tag is inside the mesh. You can use this for move the tag outside. Okay, and emission, it's a texture, the material emission. Solidify, if you add solidify, you have this result. You can turn emission off to see the tag correctly. Okay, as you can see, when you add solidify for the tag, you can correct for any object, for example, the title with offset. You can play with the solidify of the text, the title and the description and the point and the curve. Okay, okay, and reset, up, reset. Okay, size, if you want, you can make the tag copy the object size. For example, here, if I resize the mesh, you can see that sorry, and the text box, and box, yes, if I resize the mesh, the tag copies the mesh size. If I enable, oh, I have a little bug. This normally in this position, the tag must okay, this parameter don't work correctly. Normally, when I disable this, the tag will must not follow the object size, and when is enabled, the tag can follow the object size. But I will correct this. And okay, and align is here is for example, in the vertex and scene. Okay, here you can see if I turn the camera, the tag follow the camera. Okay, here you can see. Now if I disable, the tag now follows the mesh, directly the mesh position. Okay, and okay, and if you want, you can move the tag on any object with this. You can add an object, for example here, empty object, and move the tag on this object. Okay, and okay, for this part is correct. Now you have different methods for generate the tag. Okay, by default you can generate the tag with the manual command. Okay, like this. and wait, I will use box mode. Okay, and disable now this event. It's okay. So in generate mode, you have 4 methods. First one with manually. Okay. Second one is with frame. For example, if I remove all this value, so I want the tag generate at for example frame 20 to frame 15. Okay. Now if I press play, I have this. And here is a dissolve value. For example, I can set this value, start dissolve at this value and end and at this value. Okay. Now here, if I press play, you have the dissolve this value. Okay. Oh, okay. And reset. No, the auto generate method is with GeoMouse or with any object. Okay. So for this demo, I will not use GeoMouse because I made a video for that. I will just use another empty object. Okay, for example, I can add the object here. Okay, and show the extra object. Now you can pick the object and use this distance correspond to the detection distance. Okay. Now if I move this object on the object, you can see is detect correctly for generate the tag. Okay. So this is really interesting. And if you want, you can enable instant display, well, as you can see. And if you want, you can reverse display mode. If I enable this, now is when the tag is in this distance, the tag is not visible. And if I move the tag, the empty out, the tag is now visible. Okay. And okay, you can disable this. And now the last generate method is GeoCamera. With GeoCamera, the tag automatically generate with this is GeoCamera use this distance too. Okay. So for example, if I move here, the tag is not well. If I move on correctly here, you can see the tag appear here. Okay. So what you can do is to set a more big distance. So if I move in this, like this, or if I use walk navigation, you can see tag generate when the camera in the correct distance. Okay. And it's the same thing, you can enable invert instant and you have the same result. So this is really useful for walk navigation presentation. Okay. And if you want to rec your camera position, you can select the camera and enable auto keying for rec the camera position. Okay. And now in the rest of the tab, you can enable disable point. And for animation, for example, if I switch this on frame, I will show you some detail of the generation of the text and the point type. And first for the title, okay. When I press animate, you can see the text is locked at this position. If I disable lock, the text when it generates is now slide on the curve. Okay. So enable, disable or lock. Okay. You can disable the visibility of text, the text size 8. Okay. Position and offset is for when you enable solidify. Okay, and you can enable and show box, change the color, the box size, and voila, it's the same thing for the description. Okay, and for animation, all the two texts use the same animation tab. So for example, if you want to change animation type, you can test this one or this, the same display like this. And if you play with location value, you can create different type of effect and rotation. For example, okay, this is really nice and very useful. In this, you can select the number of index later you want to add in the animation. Okay, you can see you have this result, and you can play with the scale, rotation, the location. Okay, and for the curve, I will reset this, reset, and reset. For the curve, you have different style of curve. By default, you is enable Apple Arc is enabled. You can switch with multiple. If you press Control and scroll your the mouse you can change like this. Okay, and in this you have different type of 4 type of shape. Okay, and in what exists different value, this is for enable and disable the curve. And if you let the mouse show you the what is inside any value, you can see mode auto. As you can see here, is if is enabled, you have this auto switching. If I disable, I have this. Here is the same thing for Z axis. If I disable, auto mode is now disabled. And this is a smooth mode. As you can see, I have this smooth transition. If I disable, I have now this instant transition. Okay. And flip is if you use, for example, if you flip this value, you have this animation now. It's this as you can see, the curve reverse animation. Okay, and here you have the height, the length, the thickness, and the curve resolution. Okay, and for the point, lock is the same thing like text. If you lock, for example, if I enable lock, the point don't slide with the curve. Okay, when the animation is run. And you can disable and resize endpoint, start point. Okay, and change color. Okay, I think I show you everything. And now, for example, if you want to add multiple tag and with and don't have to reset all your parameter, you can simply, for example, call this A, and now duplicate this tag and call this B, and use a different method, for example, vertex, and move on the vertex you want. Okay, and change all what you all the element you want to use differently. Okay. Okay, so I think I show you everything, and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in next video. Bye bye.